Yo, it's getting crazy. This hurricane got me following random Floridian families like I know them or something.
What's going on, y'all? It's me, NovaReii, and Tampa Talk has me in a chokehold. Let's talk about it.
I follow like 20 different Floridian families out there. I don't even know them. I follow like 10 tornado streams, storm cams, everything. This is getting crazy out there. I'm not even from there. I'm from New York. But
Exactly. I'm from New York. What am I doing on Tampa Talk? Why am I so invested in these people from Tampa? But I am. And I came across, like, I've been up for the past few days. I've gotten sleep, but I've been up, like, paying attention, pendiente to Tampa Talk on TikTok, right? Well, obviously, Tampa Talk, whatever, anyways. So I've been over here paying attention to what these people got going on because, and there's a few folks, I mean, there's a lot of people that I'm hoping the algorithm, like I've liked the videos or whatever, so that the algorithm kind of brings me back. There was a lot of stories that I was like really touched by, but then there's just like some of y'all Floridians are wild. I'm gonna need y'all to sit down for a second. Like, I thought New Yorkers was crazy.
y'all live streaming over there like you Channel 7 News, like you Eyewitness News or something. All of a sudden, we got a whole lot of news reporters and weathermans out there. This guy's whole house is flooded, right? And he on live on a boat in his living room, right? Talking about, oh, stay on live with me. Stay on live with you. This ain't no Netflix show. Get out that house. This is not Titanic. And I seen some girls go on live too over there. Y'all ain't safe too. I call these. Oh, y'all got that weather reporter fighting for his life outside. And y'all doing it for free.
I came across, like, while I was on TikTok, I came across a few different like stories or a few different people that I'm like, what are y'all doing? So, number one, there are two trees that we all need to be concerned about. There's a papaya tree.
No, no, no! Papaya tree, don't make Milton take you away. Don't make Milton take you away, my friend. No, no, no! Can't make Milton take you. They can't make Milton take you. No, no, man. I can't make Milton take you away. We've been together so long.
And then there's an aguacate tree. These two trees, people are checking in on the trees. They want to make sure the trees are okay. Uh, they're just like people are really like worried about these two trees because the owners of them were were trying to protect those trees like they would their children. It's, I mean, but I get it though, right? Because I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of papaya, but I know a lot of people that love papaya. But I mean, aguacate, like for avocado, for anyone who doesn't know, like you gotta save the aguacate tree, right? So the trees, we gotta check on the trees. The last videos I saw, it was still like before the worst of the storm. So I don't know how the trees have held up. I'm gonna check and see if I could get some more information. But the trees have to be. We gotta make sure that the trees are good. Now, then there was another lady. Um, then there was another lady who got into, like, people were mad at this woman, which I can understand why people were mad at her.
All right. We're a little stressed out. Just really need to know what's going on with that woman who lives in the commercial grade concrete home in the Gulf of Mexico. She let us know yesterday that we'd probably be pissed off because her husband's a builder, she's rich, and she's not leaving for Hurricane Milton. And it's been about 16 hours, I think, since she last updated us. We're freaking out here. What's going on?
There's a lot of folks that don't have the resources to go anywhere. They don't. They have to just hunker down and hope that the worst of it is not the worst that it could be, right? And um, she got online and was like, And then she came out with another video like, this is really gonna make y'all mad. So like a video to the haters type shit.
Really gonna piss you off. That's my house. That's why I'm not leaving. Because my husband built this house. My husband built this house commercial. It's residential, but it was built commercial grade. It is solid concrete. I don't give a fuck. All the people, oh, you're so rich. Oh, you're so rich. Oh my God. Whatever. Fuck you. My husband's a builder. Oh, this is.
And it didn't, people didn't like that. People didn't like that at all.
I'm just saving this so I can refer back to it on Thursday because I just got cussed out. I want to see if y'all can cuss out too. So just click on the lady's ad right here.
Miss Mamas, all that mouth that you had about your concrete house. First of all, when the video started off, I thought you was fixing to say that I was going to be pissed about that oblong-shaped tree. I didn't know where you were going with that video. But then, to turn it around and talk about you got this commercial build and how it's that's diabolical. Don't call no 911 then if some shit goes south. Well, all them workers and stuff you got helping you secure that little bunker that you got that's so damn commercial, right? Make sure there's some room for them. Make sure there's some room for them.
Didn't like the way she was coming across. He said it's, it's like tone deaf, and I can understand that because it is. Like I said, there's people who ain't got. I saw quite a few people who were stuck in the crib with their kids, and they're saying like, I can't go nowhere because I don't have the money. I got too many. I got animals that can't be accommodated elsewhere, so we just gonna have to figure it out here. So with that being said, it's like, all right, we get it. You gotta, you could be proud of your home and all that, but you gotta be a little bit more conscious of, how you're coming across. On the flip side, though, if she trusts her man and what he's built, I don't see there being a problem in that either. Like, she trusts her man. Like, she trusts what he was able to build for them. And I don't know if she was trying to flex. It came off to me like she was trying to flex. But if she was, it's like, that it was just a bad look. Like, what are you doing? Like, people are really out here struggling. Like, they and you over here flexing on people because you got a concrete house? Like, come on. But, so, I gotta check with her. The last I checked with her, it was a video right before the power went out, and she was pretty much saying like, okay, it's getting bad. So for anyone who doesn't know, Milton is a category 5, was a category 5 as far as I know, right? And Helene was a 3, I believe, and Helene did a lot of damage. So people was like, why are you staying during Milton? Because even during Helene, I think her first floor was flooded or something like that. So, well, like, what are you doing? But whatever, she wanted to stay. So I have to I have to go check up. She hasn't posted any updates, so I have to go back and see what's going on. Alright, so the next person is a guy named, people have named him Lieutenant Dan based off the character in the movie Forrest Gump, where Lieutenant Dan, I think, was like a sergeant or something. He was a superior to Forrest Gump in the military, and in the Vietnam War, he ended up losing his legs, and he was this eccentric sort of character, and so people have named this guy Lieutenant Dan because he's kind of like whatever happens type of thing, and he really isn't. He didn't seem worried about the storm. He said basically that his boat is all he has.
But it's my home, it's all I got.
And that he is trusting God to see him through this. So he's not going anywhere.
Reading the comments, and there was a guy, and he was telling a story in the Bible how there was a flood coming, and the guy, after the flood happened, he was like, God, why didn't you save me and everything? And he said, I sent 3 people and you didn't come. What are you going to say to that comment?
Somebody made that same exact thing to me this morning. God sent me here. He sent me here. He told me to come here. He told me to be right here for this. So I'm doing what he told me to do. So I know he didn't send nobody to get me out of here. And anybody that tries to get me out of here, they're not of God, because God told me that this is where I'm supposed to be. And that's why I'm doing it. So.
And you're not worried at all, and everything's gonna be all right?
I'm not worried, because my life, this is nothing compared to what I've been through, so this doesn't scare me. This is not even a minor inconvenience, because all that's going to happen is everybody's going to get wet, but I'm going to be fine because I'm in a boat that floats. Again, the water's on the outside. Now the wind, yes, the wind's going to pick up, but my anchor is tied to the dock. I'm not going to go anywhere.
You got this.
So it's all going to be good. I'm going to be fine.
All right, man.
God's got
Everyone's
my
praying
back.
for you.
People like, Lieutenant Dan, you gotta get out of here. This is a Cat 5. This is not gonna be a good look for you. He was like, God told me it'll be all right. I mean, it's a boat. It'll just float. And you know what's funny for me? Lieutenant Dan is one of them characters that I was like, oh yeah, he gonna be all right. People like that always, like, I don't know how they do it, but they just be surviving stuff. Like, they be like, yeah, I'll be fine. Every time we saw Lieutenant Dan, he looked like he was, he looked like he didn't know up from down, what, right from left. And so it was pretty interesting. So, Lieutenant Dan was like, it'll be fine. People, I mean, they raised money for him. I think there was a GoFundMe.
All right, it's 9 o'clock. We got 3 hours until high tide, and we're checking in on Lieutenant Dan. His boat has risen a little. Dan! Lieutenant Dan! Are you in there? There he is! Dan! We need an interview. There he is. There's our guy. Yup, look at him! Yay! How we doing? Give the people an update.
So far, so good. We're staying on this side of the pole, but it's actually still low tide. If you can believe that.
He says it's still low tide when it's in 3 hours high tide, but his boat is on the concrete. What do you guys say to people? Everyone's guys. But he doesn't ask for more. It's calm seas.
How you guys doing tonight?
We're doing great, man.
Watch your step, yo.
I know, right? Look at this setup he's got. He might end up in the parking lot of Publix in a few hours. Are you confident where you're at right now? Yeah, he's good.
I mean, it even got to streamers. Aiden Ross was offering to buy Lieutenant Dan a boat.
We're going to be able to pay for a boat for you. We're going to get you a nice boat in the range of $50,000 to $100,000. And we're going to get you a full-time kick deal, which is a live streaming deal where you can stream your entire voyages and all your adventures. And you could have a passive income come in. And you're going to be, you're going to have a kick deal, man, a live streaming deal. So you could live stream and connect with fans all over the world, and they could really see your adventure, man.
Wow. Thank you.
It's gonna be insane.
I mean that from, but I don't know what else to say other than thank you. Bless you all. That's my dream. That's my dream. And I had made a statement to a bunch of people years ago, about 10 years ago. First time I got arrested. And I said, I wish somebody would videotape me all the time and just have me on camera so that I have my own proof. Kind of like a body cam they have.
No more.
He came to me. I never went to him. He offered it to me. I never asked for it. So then he turned around and he starts singing about my history. Well, you should have did that before you made the offer. If you're worried about your image and who you have working for you, you should have done your due diligence and looked me up before you made me an offer of $100,000.
Like, people have been invested in Lieutenant Dan, and they're really like checking for him and wanting to make sure that he survived it. And sure enough, Lieutenant Dan put out a video this morning that he was okay.
He survived. He's alive.
Holy shit,
Lieutenant Dan made it. He made it, guys. Let's go. Come on. He's alive. Spirits are high.
Hey, how you doing?
Let's go. Give the people an update. How was it?
I was in fear for my life all night. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was ready to call 911 twice. And then I thought about it and I said, what am I, fucking crazy?
Let's go. He's alive, guys.
You don't want the truth.
And I was like, well, that doesn't surprise me one bit. I knew it. Like I said, personalities and people like Lieutenant Dan, they always make it for some reason. Like they just be chilling. They really be, living on faith, and they just make it. He said, people thought Noah was crazy, and folks in the comments are like, yeah, but Noah had a boat. You have no, Noah had an ark. You have a boat. And he's like, no, I'll be all right. And he was. So shout out to Lieutenant Dan. And I guess last but not least, the account that, or another story, and this would be on a bit of, I mean, and I hope that isn't taken as though I'm making light of this whole situation. That's why I waited to get, updates on some of these things like Lieutenant Dan, because the concrete house lady I don't know yet, but that's why I waited, because I'm not making light of it. I know there's a lot of people that were suffering through it, but these were some stories that I found to be interesting, and a lot of people were really invested and wondering what's happening with these folks. So if you want to get some updates, let me know. Put in the comments, and I'll grab the updates. But the last one is a mom who unfortunately had to deal with. Well, I'll let her tell y'all.
So my son just posted a video that went viral, and he went surfing. He went surfing during the middle of the hurricane, and yes, it was very upsetting to me. But many of you are asking how I stay calm. Considering that I'm a life coach and a mindset coach, this is how I stay calm with my best friend of prisoner.
So her son decided to just go surfing. I guess he's a surfer.
Not a single footprint on the beach. Dude, confirmed tornado touchdown. Less than 20 minutes ago.
And apparently I was in the comments and people were saying like surfers do this all the time. Like this is one of their sort of like adrenaline rush activities. Like it's if there's a hurricane and they're able to get to those waves, they're going to get to them. So, I mean, it's like a double-edged sword in my opinion, because it is cool to see. I'm gonna include some clips. But it's like, oh my God, be careful, please. Like, what are you doing? And I feel for her as a mother.
We're about to go surf. We're gonna go surf.
Who else is coming with you?
Just the boys.
It's just the boys.
Did you not see that?
What? See what?
Dylan, not see that?
See what?
See what?
We're vibing.
You really are crazy. Out of your freaking.
The waves are pumping, dude. We're fine.
So is your brain, obviously.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh.
You're like.
What?
What?
Oh.
Someone left something.
But I feel for any mother who has to deal with that, because my heart would have been like in my ass. So shout out to her, and I'm just gonna end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna try and do more of these Tampa talk, like maybe when I go down these rabbit holes, just kind of bring you some of the accounts and some of the videos that I thought were interesting. Kind of like what I was doing before, a little bit different though. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can also become a member to, support the channel. You can also become a patron, whatever floats your boat. But if none of that works, just leave a like, help me out with the algorithm, throw a comment in, let me know you got to this part, and put Tampa Talk in the comments, and let me know you got here. All right, y'all, have a good one. Peace.